If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with a brand new delicious microphone. I'm intimidated by my guest today because I'll be honest with you, he's like a younger, handsome James Earl Jones. He's got this like creamy voice that makes me sound like this blabbering Cajun moron screaming at the screen. I've got Victor, the rookie card collector, on the channel today, a good friend of mine. We saw each other at the National. Victor, I'm excited. I finally get you here. It's been a long time coming. Thank you for joining the channel, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, Bryan. It's we had a blast at that dinner. I had a really good time, and been listening to your content for quite some time now, and I'm honored to be on your show, man.
Well, look, the feeling is mutual. I appreciate you taking the time to join, and I'm sorry. I think I had to push Victor off 2 times in a row for kids' sports reasons, but we finally got it together, and here we are. Speaking of that dinner, I was impressed, man. Were you impressed? That was a hell of an event. That was one of the most memorable things I did up in Cleveland. That was impressive, to say the least. Who did you get in your mystery box? Did you get a Dominique Wilkins autograph, or did you get a regular?
No, I got an autograph, a Dominique.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was one of one, and he addressed it to me personally. Dear Cajun. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I did not get that kind of treatment, but he seemed like a great dude. He seemed like a super nice guy, super gracious. I think he was kind of taken aback by how seriously that room full of people took card collecting. You know, I mean, I guess if you've never been around it and you see a bunch of guys, you know, grown men trying to chase cardboard, you're like, this is kind of weird to me, but he was really cool, answered some questions, told some great stories, man. It was good to see.
Yeah.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Let me do this because I'm terrible at this. Victor is famous for a couple reasons. Number one, he has a YouTube channel. Do this for me right now. I'm subscribed. You should be subscribed. It's growing, and it's growing relatively quickly. He comes up with great topics. It's really good content. If you like listening to the stuff on my channel, you're going to love listening to the stuff on Victor's channel. So that's number one. It's Victor, comma. I don't know why you need that comma, Victor. You should just be Victor. You should just leave it at Victor and leave it like a mystery, right? But
I've been told that before.
Yeah, YouTube will never find you, right? Nobody would ever find you on YouTube if you just put Victor. So Victor is the rookie card specialist. He's one of my consultants that I go to when I have silly questions about rookie cards. And then Instagram, he's easy to find. He's true_RCS for rookie cards. So true_RCS. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow on Instagram so you can keep tabs on what's going on with Victor. And then I buried the lead here, right? This dude wrote a book. I can't even read a book because I can't see anymore, Victor. How old are you, Victor?
I'm 53.
Okay, I'm 50. I can't see a damn thing. I'll be honest with you. I think that's you. It could be your wife. It could be your pet. I don't have any idea. I'm looking at the screen. It looks like you. It sounds like you. So I'm going to trust you that it's you. But Victor wrote a book. I can't even read books, but he wrote a book, and it's on Amazon, for God's sakes. That alone makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to do this little collector spotlight interview with you. But tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write the book, and then tell us about the book. I can see on here it's $17.99 and it's on Amazon Prime, which means you'll get that bad boy in a couple days because Amazon does not fail. Tell us what inspired you and tell us about the book, man.
Yeah, what really inspired it is really over the years of creating YouTube content and the things that I share with my community. It was recommended to me by my community that I should put what I'm saying in a book, that this information is relevant and that I should put it in a book. And I heard that for a couple of years, and I says, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think it's a good idea, and that's what really lit the fuse for writing the book. But I really, you know, the story behind it is I was a collector all through the 80s and 90s. I stepped away from the hobby in 2004. And I came back in 2014. And when I started getting into the hobby again, I started learning about breaks and that sort of thing. But I quickly got away from that. And I wanted to pick up the hobby where I left off. And I left off collecting rookie cards in PSA slabs. And so I wanted to pick up where I left off, and I go shopping on eBay. And mind you, now I'm gone for 10 years, but I come back, and every listing on eBay for a player is considered a rookie card. Now
Rookie card.
I'm heavy into baseball and
Right.
basketball are my
Right.
primary sports, but baseball now, you have cards 3 to 5 years, and
Yes.
everything was saying that it was a rookie card. And I'm like, man, I know I've been gone a while, but I haven't been gone that much.
Yeah.
And then I noticed some cards that have like a little RC logo. And so that just started me asking questions, and I started researching, and I'm looking for content that could help explain it to me, and I found none.
Yeah.
And so that's what I started digging and researching into it. I started writing articles on my website. And it's hard getting traffic on a website for articles. It really is.
It's a niche. It's a small
it
niche.
really is. And then that's what led into, well, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, because that might get, some more momentum. And
Sure.
that's when I started the YouTube channel on the topic.
Listen, people have been begging me to write a book on how I've mastered quarterback prospecting, the ultra modern quarterback prospecting. And I just, I'm like, you know what? That day's coming. One day, Victor, I'll tell y'all how to pick the next great, the next Patrick Mahomes, but I'm just not there yet. I don't feel like I'm ready to share my secrets. So I think I'll stick to collecting cards from the 1990s. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
That's big time, man. So YouTube channel came first, and that's what led to the book, because people were asking you, hey, man, let's put this in print. Let's get something out there. Let's try to educate the hobby. So you're trying to bring education to the hobby. The one thing I learned when I started the YouTube channel, I was just kind of figuring out, what do people want to hear? What do they like to hear? Because I like to talk about stuff I care about, but at the same time, I got to make sure my audience is hearing the stuff that they want to hear, or your audience is never going to grow. So the 2 E's that I kind of focused on every article I read was education and entertainment. That's it. And if you can combine those 2 things, then you're going to give the people what you want, and your channel is going to grow, your content's going to grow, and people are going to pay attention to you. And you got 2.7 thousand subscribers. That's no joke, man. The first 1,000 is tough, Victor. I know and I know, and so I think you're turning the corner. I think your channel's starting to get more traction. Hopefully today's video will shed a little bit more light on it. Guys, again, go check out Victor, the Rookie Card Specialist, and go ahead and subscribe and just check out some of his stuff. It's educational and it's entertaining. And I appreciate the way you do it, because you're significantly more organized. You're significantly more thoughtful. I literally just hit record and start screaming, Victor. And, so my audience and your audience would probably look very different if they got in the room together,
Yeah, what I've noticed is that, the people who watch your stuff, they like pay attention to every word you say.
Yeah, they do.
And if you say something that's incorrect,
careful.
They're gonna let you know.
Well, I say stuff incorrect all the time, so I warn people. I'm going to say all kinds of stuff. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Yeah. But if you say something that's incorrect, people might be buying the wrong cards. So you better be real careful. You better be real careful as the Rookie Card Specialist. Tell us, it's funny. You got out in 2004, got back in 2014.
Yeah.
I got out in 2004 and got back in 2016. So it's really similar. When I came back in, Victor, I was like, damn. First of all, eBay changed everything, right? In that decade, eBay was like, this changed the game. We can do some things here. I can buy at scale. So I came back in as an investor. I mean, I wanted to buy low, grade, sell high, right? And so I got back in with the Giannis stuff. And I've told this story a million times, but it's crazy how much changed during that decade. But it didn't take you long to figure out, wait a second, there's more to this. There's more to the hobby than buying low, selling high, making profits, and then rinsing and repeating. And you and I have kind of followed similar paths where, we're buying cards that sort of mean more. Now, are we still investors? Hell yeah. I want to make sure I buy cards at the right prices. And, I don't know about you. I'm not handing my cards over to my kids because none of them give a damn about cards. I don't know why, Victor. I mean, I tried my hardest, but none of them really care about it.
Me too.
So, I don't know. It's funny. We have a pretty similar timeline as far as that goes. Yeah. So you've told us about the book. You've told us about the YouTube channel. We know you're on Instagram. You're definitely a personality and a presence in the hobby. Tell me why it matters so much. Why does it matter to identify what is and is not a player's proper rookie card?
Yeah, and that's the key question. And what I have found, and first let me say this, Bryan, is that some folks think that I'm just an old dude that's stuck in 1984, and
Yeah.
that's like the furthest thing from the truth. If you follow my content, you will soon see that I'm kind of stuck at the 50-yard line. I'm in a pickle because what my research has shown me is that we're not in 1984 anymore. The rookie card has evolved.
Yes.
So my boomer friends and my Gen X friends, we've got to realize that the hobby's evolved. And then, but on the other side of the spectrum, I try to, my research has shown me that with these younger collectors, I try to explain to them that, hey, guys, not everything is a rookie card, man. The card manufacturers have really stepped on the gas as
I
far as,
wonder why.
yeah, they're printing and they're putting
Right.
an RC logo on just about
Yeah.
every single thing.
Yeah.
And a modern player today has 3,000 rookie cards on average, anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 cards. And it's like, guys, this is chaotic. Now, which ones which ones matter? Which ones should I get is the question. I wish I had $1 every time I was asked that question.
Same.
And I really don't get into values all that much. I really don't like to go there. What I like to do is I like to take those 3,000 cards and I purge them through what I've called rookie card guidelines and best practices. And when I funnel the cards through there, I filter them into 4 categories, and that's pre-rookie cards, true rookie cards, rookie year cards, and post-rookie theme. And so I'll take all of those cards, funnel them through that system, and properly categorize them. And what I'm looking for is the true rookie cards. Those are the ones, in my opinion, carry the most hobby weight.
Yeah.
And so that's what I present to my viewers when they look at my content. That's the essence of what I teach in my book. Is I'm trying to teach you the system that I use in order to figure out which cards are the true rookie cards. And what I mean by true rookie cards is, and again, this is my definition, and that is a card that is fully licensed by a card manufacturer that comes from the base set, and it's really there. They're principles that really were started in the 80s. And what I've done was I resurrected them because the hobby had like forsaken them. We just forgot that's for old fogies, and the hobby's not like that anymore. But what I've done, I've resurrected the rules of old, and I've dusted them off, and I've gotten rid of some because some were obsolete, some were outdated. But there were still some cards, some rules from back in the day that still carry hobby weight.
Does a card have to be pulled from a pack with a random allotment to be a rookie card according to your guidelines and protocol?
Well, that is, that was
the intent.
That was the rules of old, right?
Yeah.
Now that still carries weight, but we have the internet now. So
it's different.
We do have to make exceptions.
Are cards grandfathered in? I guess my question is, are your rules malleable? I know, and I've listened to some of your content, and I think it's important because you quite often refer to custom and history and understanding the historical, the way the hobby has been transacted historically, in the way customs have been adopted, and what people thought was the rookie card in, say, 84, 92. That does matter. It might not be dispositive. You may run it through your protocols and your guidelines, and you may disagree, but what people thought at the time is certainly a factor to consider, right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't even deal with any like reclassifying cards prior to 2006. I don't do that because
why? Yeah.
Because everything that was established back then was established by the hobby.
Yeah.
And it was
for a reason. Yeah, it's different.
For a reason. And it was recorded by Beckett Publications. Therefore, that's to me, that's gospel. I'm not messing with that.
Yeah.
Now, where the waters start to get muddy is in 2006 when the Players Association took over, and they've kind of dictated to the industry some rules about the rookie card, but they've allowed the waters to get muddy. They kind
sure.
of set the rules and they walked away from it.
Yeah.
And card manufacturers, instead of looking to comply, they opt to look for loopholes.
Yeah.
And so we do all kinds of gimmicks to get, they get close to the line, but they don't cross it.
That's right.
And so that's how come the system that I use heavily respects the past, but tries to make sense of the present.
Yeah. Well, in 1979, you'd be out of a job because it was easy. Any dummy could go look and figure out what the rookie card is. You know why? Because there was Topps, and then there was 1 year, and then Eddie Murray didn't have a 1979 rookie card. He had a 1978 rookie card, and Robin Yount's rookie card was 1975, and there was no arguments there, right? We knew what we were doing, and you know what, Victor? I've been meaning to ask you about this and I wish we had an hour at that dinner because I would have loved it. You're the person I want to talk to about this. We're a similar age, so we're collecting cards. Probably, I collected cards in the '80s. I'm sure in the '80s, I'm sure you did as well. It was rookie cards or bust. Like nobody wanted a second year Barry Bonds card. There were no inserts or parallels that mattered. So you collected the rookie card. The 1988 Barry Bonds card was filler. It was just filler. It was just in there until you found the Greg Jeffries. You know what I mean? Right. So it was rookie card or bust. It's hilarious that the cycle that I have been on, because when I came into the hobby, only thing that mattered was rookie cards. I wanted the 80 Henderson, the 83 Strawberry, the 84 Mattingly, the 83 Boggs, the 82 Ripken. And then I went through my deal, and here I am in 2024. I collect Michael Jordan. It's 97% of my entire collection, and I now don't have a Michael Jordan rookie card. In fact, I've got 1,000. I've literally got 10,000 Michael Jordan cards in my office right here, off screen to the left. Some of them are not valuable, but I don't own a Michael Jordan rookie card, Victor. And it's kind of funny how I've come this full cycle of what mattered the most to now what seems to matter the least. It's just fascinating,
Yeah. To be honest, I consider myself a Jordan collector. I do not have a Jordan rookie card either. To be honest with you, I think they're overpriced.
And it could be. Well, we know the print runs aren't low on either one of the true rookie cards, right?
Yeah.
Either rookie card, we know neither one of those cards are rare. If I wanted to go get 7 of them, I could get them before this podcast is over now. Yeah. So for that reason, a lot of people do put that on the back burner. And I think those 2 cards in particular are the first cards that new participants to the basketball card hobby and even new Jordan collectors will gravitate to first. I think it's a lot of new money, Victor, that will kind of filter into those 2 cards. All right, let's talk about something else. So that is weird that Jordan. Tell me this, because I thought you said 2006 where it gets muddy. I once tried to figure out what Derek Jeter's rookie card was, and it was baffling to me. Am I crazy, or is his rookie cards don't span 4 years where they're rookie? Then 4 years later, it's no, that's his rookie. Doesn't he have some crazy deal with Derek Jeter? Am I off on that?
Well, with Jeter, it is very common. What was happening in the 90s is that they were printing cards and putting them into sets while they were still in the minor leagues.
Okay.
And they hadn't debuted into an MLB game yet. And that's how come in 2006, that was one of the first things the PA put in place was these guys cannot have rookie cards until they debut in an MLB roster. Mm-hmm. And so with Jeter, he was rookie cards were officially included in 93, but he didn't play his first game until 1995. But again, that wasn't an issue back then. The hobby had already established his rookie cards. So
where do you fall on the Jeter rookie card?
I respect the 93. 93 is his rookie years.
Because it was different then, because the rules were different then, the PA was different then, everything was different.
Yeah, I try not to take today's rules and guidelines and try to apply them to cards prior to 2006. That creates all kinds of chaos.
So I'm about to ask you a tricky question here. If you recognize 93 Jeter as his rookie, and I'm assuming that was in a minor league uniform? I don't know.
I think they were all Yankees uniforms.
Oh, were they? Okay. The 2002 finest LeBron stuff, XRC designation in Beckett, if I'm not mistaken, those are XRCs in your according to your guidelines as well.
Yeah. I whatever was established by Beckett prior to 2006.
That's where you kill it. Okay.
That's where I respect that line. Now, I could and kind of like what's happening today. Everybody's kind of rewriting the rules, rewriting history.
Yeah, they are.
And now everything is getting uprooted, and that's what I'm trying to say. Hey, time out here, guys.
What a coincidence in the United States of America that people are trying to change natural law in the way things have been forever, right? What a coincidence, right? Jesus. I'm not getting into that with anybody.
Don't get started.
Don't even get it. I'm not even gonna get started on that. All right. So I collect, and a lot of the people that are watching this podcast are going to collect. And by the way, we're going to get to your collection in just a second because it is a collector spotlight. But I want to use you while you're on the channel. I want to use your brain and extract some of this knowledge. So I messaged you maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago because I had a question. Insert cards. And I think I texted you, insert cards, rookies or not. I think that's all I texted you. And then you replied, and I was like, well, this one is the one I'm talking about. And I was talking about the 1992 Beam Team Shaquille O'Neal, which was obviously pack pulled, but it was an insert. It was not, the Stadium Club rookie. It was the Stadium Club Beam Team, so it was an insert. And I think you replied rookie year card, but not true rookie card because it was not part of the base set. It was an insert, correct?
Correct.
What about those rookie cards? Like I think Shaq has a couple of these where he might have 2 cards in like Stadium Club, or maybe it was Ultra. I can't remember. I think maybe it was Ultra where he had a Series 1 and a Series 2. Series 2's out. Series 1 is the rookie.
Right. That's a good question, and that's typically historically now and it's a principle that still carries weight, and it's one that I have adopted and carried over, and that is the card that is the first card featured in the set is
numerically
the one that is considered a rookie card. The only exception, Brian, is if that card is a subset. For example, 1988 Topps Football, the rookie card of Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, his first card in that set was the in-action subset.
Yep.
Well, typically, historically now, in a subset card has not been considered a rookie card. Now, the second card in his set is the actual his card from the base set.
Yeah.
And so the hobby has kind of gravitated to that second card as being the true rookie card. But 99% of the time, it's the first card featured in the set. And we need that rule because in today's ultra modern product, especially in baseball, you will have a player that will have 4, 5, sometimes 6 cards inside of the base set.
Yeah.
And all of them, of course, have the rookie card logo.
Yes.
So out of the 6 base set rookie cards, which one is the true? Well, historically speaking, we go to the first card that was featured in that set.
True or false question. You ready? The rookie card logo or the rookie card shield has done more harm than good when it comes to determining the rookie card.
It in hindsight, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
It was something that the hobby really needed. And it is a helpful tool. It's just being misused.
Yeah.
And we see that misuse starting in 2006, and it seems like every year it had gotten worse and worse. And by 2017, when Aaron Judge came in, well, that rookie card logo was splattered everywhere. And to me, that 2017 was the start of
that's where they turned the corner.
Yeah.
People like to say modern, ultra modern, this and that. I only collected basketball back then, and 2018 was the year. 2018 is vastly different than 2017 for a modern basketball card collector. I draw the line right stinking there. And if you need any evidence, we could go jump on Card Ladder right now and pull up Jason Tatum silver PSA 10s and then look at Luka Doncic silver PSA 10s. Everybody's going to grade every single one of those that they have. And so the pop reports are going to be not accurate, but reflective of how many of those damn things there are out there, because nobody's sitting on a raw Jason Tatum silver rookie card. And, the disparity between the numbers is just mesmerizing. So that was the year. And again, it started in 2012 Prism and it always got worse, but like 17 to 18 was a massive, massive leap forward. And it really started to get me to think. And that's when, Victor, I transitioned. Like when I saw how many Luka Doncic base cards there were. And then I saw what I was selling these things for, because I was still buying low, raw, grading, flipping. And I was making, and I wasn't alone, of course, I was making zillions of dollars. And I was like, this is too good to be true. This can't last forever. Why will this end? And then I took a step back because I was in it. I took a step back and I'm like, no, this is going to be bad. And it's going to get bad really quick. And it did. Base first, and then silver followed, and then damn near everything that wasn't gold followed after that. So that's when I got into Jordan. That's when I took a time machine back, and I was like, I need to insulate myself from this overprinting, from the direction the hobby's headed. So that's kind of my story and how I got into the 90s and started this channel. Give me some good examples, Victor. Give me some great examples of I'm not talking about the Star and Fleer. I do not want to talk about that anymore. Give me another good. I know you don't. I know you're sick of it, right? You probably got death threats. Give me. At least I know you don't even know how to cover your ass yet. I cover my ass by saying Star's great. It's one of his rookie cards, and everybody should have it. And that gets me off the hook. You're just like, nope, the Fleer. The Fleer. No, let's talk about something else. Give me some other great, some Ali Frazier, some heavyweight fights where there's some dispute. What about 51 Bowman mantle, 52 Topps mantle? That's not necessarily a dispute. Everybody recognizes 52 Topps is not his rookie. They just prefer it, right? That's not really a rookie card issue.
I don't even think it's that. I think most collectors recognize the 51 Bowman. I think where the muddied waters come in is when auction houses, every time they list a 52 Topps,
they say rookie.
They list it as a rookie card. And it's like, come on.
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. I don't think we're arguing about that. The value disparity is pretty astonishing, but yeah. And again, I'm no baseball guy, but I just knew that was a big deal because I see that all the time. Mantle rookie card, 52 Topps. I'm like, well, wait a second. Bowman had the license. Bowman was the year before. It seems like backpulled Bowman is the rookie.
Right.
What are some other disputed rookie cards out there? Are there any out there where you've applied your guidelines and principles and you're like, you know what, damn it, this is just too amorphous, it's too ambiguous, it's too gray, it doesn't fall neatly under my guidelines and criteria? I don't know. Is there any card out there where you're just like, I just don't know?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of cards that have been debated over the years, and I wrote a chapter on that in my book. The Jordan is obviously one of them. Mantle is obviously another one. Babe Ruth is another one that is constantly misidentified, and I've called it out every time I've seen it. I've called it out. But really the biggest divide line is in the XRC, especially on the baseball side of things. A lot of baseball collectors that are the investor types have gravitated to the XRCs and to the Tiffany's, and they've labeled those, or they've deemed those as the true rookie card. And that's the part where as far as in the work that I do, I have tried to explain over and over again via my content. I've been asked multiple times on through DMs, and I'm trying to educate the hobby on this XRC thing, but it seems like we're just we still we're presented with the truth, but we still refuse to bend on it. And I had the opportunity to be on an episode recently where it was Dr. Beckett and Dave Zenzel and Ryan Jessup, and
I heard it.
Yeah, we were able to talk about this XRC thing, and Dr. Beckett did a 3-part series on his podcast that is just
listen to all of them.
Absolute hobby gold.
Yeah,
and he really went into the weeds with this XRC thing, and I see where he was coming from. I respect the decisions that he made and why he made them. They make sense to me.
Sure.
But it doesn't make sense when you turn it into profitability. It doesn't make sense, right? Because the more rarer one is going to be the XRC. So
yeah. All right. We've talked about rookie card. Anything else you want to talk about just about rookie cards in general, your book, your channel? What percentage of your viewers are, how would you split up your subscribers to your channel and your views between baseball, basketball, football? Mostly baseball?
I try to do a good job at covering baseball, basketball, and football. I don't do too much hockey, but I try to speak to all collectors of different sports. And so there's a wide variety there. And I do my most popular videos are videos that I do on what I call the ultimate rookie card guide checklist
Okay.
or so and so. And I've done one with Shohei Ohtani, who was pretty popular video. I did Victor Wembanyama, who's a pretty popular video. But I try to do all three sports.
Well, look, Victor's got 235 videos. That's no slouch right there. That's no joke right there, because his videos are actually thoughtful. Mine, I just hit record if something pops in my head, right? So it's easy for me to outpace anybody in the hobby. But Victor's are actually thoughtful. They're research driven. They're unbelievably educational, and it's definitely worth checking out for sure. All right, we're gonna put the rookie card stuff to bed. I want to talk about your collection. This is a collector spotlight. You're not just out here making content to make money and not reinvest the money into cards. I'm assuming that you are a big-time collector. I don't know anything about your collection. I don't know one single thing about it. So today's episode, we got about 20 minutes. I want to grind on this. So first tell us, sports cards only, no gaming stuff, just sports cards only primarily?
Sports cards only, man.
Baseball, basketball, football, split it up.
Baseball is going to be probably 60% of my collection. 30% is going to be basketball, and then a little bit of football.
Any ultra modern stuff?
I do dabble in ultra modern. Okay. It's only players that I like, and I don't. I buy singles basically.
Same. Yeah. You don't touch wax at all, do you?
No.
You know why I knew that?
Why?
Because you're smart. And you're articulate and well-spoken. No, I'm just kidding. I just lost half my viewers, right? My gamblers. Good luck selling the repacks now, Cajun. I'm kidding. No, I don't either. I say that. I've got a case of Merlin Chrome soccer coming in. Now, how crazy is that? Nice. I've started to dip a little bit into soccer. So I'm 95% basketball, 5% soccer. And I like to rip soccer wax because it's like 1/10 of the price of basketball. So that's how I scratch my itch and don't go in the tank financially. Yep. Are you a player PC guy? You have a favorite team? You like to set collect? You strike me as maybe a set collector. No, none of that?
No, not a set collector at all. I'm a player collector. I like collecting players that I've watched over the years that actually mean something to me. Michael Jordan, I live in the Chicagoland region. So obviously, Jordan's a big part of that. Chicago Bulls are a big part of that. And, but I'm a big set registry guy, Bryan. So to me, the rookie card set registry is like Shaquille O'Neal's. I have all of Shaquille O'Neal's in the set registry. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Those are all, and it's under the rookie card set registry.
Got it.
That's my wheelhouse, right?
What percentage of your collection's rookie cards? 99? 95? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I know it sounds like a rhetorical question, but I was like, I don't know. I just want to make sure, I don't want you sneaking in a subset card and trying to cheat and call it a rookie card. You know what I'm saying? So have you ever found any, do you ever dispute the PSA rookie card set registry about, hey, that's not a rookie card, but it's in the set registry? I'm assuming you do. You got some bones to pick.
Yeah, I do, especially in the ultra modern rookie card checklist. It's pretty skewed up, pretty
muddy.
But the other ones they've done a good job. And my one of my favorite ones that I've put together is the Michael Jordan basic set registry. That's where I started in 2016 was the Michael Jordan basic set registry. And I was picking those up, I was picking up 9s for $20 and 10s for about $100.
Yeah.
And then the boom hit in 2020 and those $100 10s turned into $400
That's right. I know, base cards, right? And not rookies either, base cards, right?
Base cards, yeah.
Victor, the majority of my channel is Jordan 1, Kobe 2, Shaq and LeBron 3, 4 in some order. And those are probably, with Steph Curry and Doncic sprinkled in, those are probably the 4 most collected basketball players, I would guess, in some order. Jordan's clearly 1, but after that, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq, Steph, kind of in that order, right? tell us about your best Jordan card. We want to know about your best Jordan card because that's what these guys that are listening and watching us today to collect.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm gonna tell you, Brian, and this is probably a topic we can get into if you don't mind, but
yeah,
it's one of them things where when it comes to Jordan, cost is a big issue for me.
cool.
And I mean, the thing is, I'm more of a low end side of Jordan,
Sure.
and that's kind of where I live. My one of my favorite, which I need you to get a PSA set registry, is in the hierarchy number 4, I think you call it.
Yeah.
And that's I love that, and that's my focus right now. Ever since you released that, that's kind of been my area of focus, is on those cards, because it's a great checklist. I love that checklist, and we need PSA to start a set registry. At least give me number 4.
It's not out of the question. It's a lot of cards. It would be a blast. Look, here's the scary thing. And I try to explain this to people. They're like, I'm just going to start at tier 4 and work my way up because tier 4 cards are going to be cheap. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Some of the cards in tier 4 are 10 grand in a PSA 9. So you remember, this whole thing is not just the most expensive to the least expensive. And I found this out, when I was putting the project together, I was like, people are going to be confused at first. I got to really explain this, that there's more to this than just value. It's not just most expensive to least expensive. Some of these cards on tier 4 are serial number to 25, right? You're going to pay $3 grand for a raw copy of some of this craziness, right?
Yeah.
But these are the kind of cards that you're talking about, Victor. And this is just, man, it's just delicious eye candy. When you pick up one of these cards in tier 4, I mean, Jordan just hits so differently. Each of these cards tells such a different story, and they all come from different products and different eras. And, you can fall in love with the early 90s stuff, the 1992, like a Total D's and the Team Leaders and the Beam Teams and the Scoring Kings. And then you get to the cream of the crop is that 97 year where the technology explodes and you're seeing stuff that you've never seen on cards. I mean, you could literally collect Jordan just from 97 and go broke. Nothing else. 97 Jordan and go broke. It's city. Yeah, man, I would be flattered and honored if they ever did that. I would love to be a part of that if they ever considered doing something like that. Whether it's in the set registry or not, people are doing it, which is pretty cool. And it's fun. That was not my intention. It wasn't to say go collect this, but it was to kind of like lay out a buffet and let people choose. Maybe
where I'm at. I'm a collect it whether it's a registry or not.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Brian. I struggle with upper decks like collector's choice.
Yep.
I'm a low end Michael Jordan collector, but I cannot get into the collector's choice. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, let me tell you, there's some issues there with collector's choice, because you can stay super low end and go pick up some PSA 10 base collector's choice for, $90 to $120. But they also have Players Club Platinum out there, baby. And those are no joke. And then they do have they have some monster. Let me see if I can find. They've got some monster collector's choice out there as well. Upper deck choice. The Star Quest Gold. That's a tier 1 card. And that's a cheap product. It's fascinating. You can collector's choice is probably the lowest of the low end. As far as base cards, how many they printed, the quality of the cards.
And I struggle getting into it. I really do.
But look, the pack odds on those Players Club Platinum, you should check those out. Those are, and I'm giving away a secret here, I'm not giving investment advice, but the Players Club Platinum pack odds for collector's choice Players Club Platinum is crazy high. It's really tough. Those are really hard cards to find. Forget about grade. Those are really high pack odds, but their price doesn't reflect it. And I think it doesn't reflect it because there's a platinum parallel for multiple, you were talking about how there's like maybe six cards from the same exact base set for just the one player. Jordan's that way with 97 collector's choice. So there's like 6 different Players Club Platinums. But so maybe that's part of the reason why, but those cards I don't believe reflect the rarity and the importance that they have. And I think a big reason is, like you named, collector's choice is a low end product, man. People are going to skip over it for the Skybox Premium, even the Bowman's Best, the Topps Chrome, Metal Universe.
Like the most, I guess, common desired card. The best you can get. Is it the gold signature or is it the platinum?
A gold signature. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't personally like it better. I don't like the gold signature card. Again, the pack outs on that are bananas as well. It's hard. It just looks dull to me. It doesn't look like a 2018, LeBron James gold prism, or a 2013 gold prism. Those blast you in the face like that's special. I'm looking at literally a rare artifact, but that gold signature cards, and there's multiples of those too, right? So they've got various cards in there have the gold signature parallel. And again, I'm not a super expert on those. I just know they're there, and I've sort of put that one on the back burner. I've had one and sold it to chase the cards that mean more to me. But you're right. Yeah, collector's choice is the bottom of the barrel. If somebody was going to start, they wanted to collect Jordan as cheaply as possible, I would say go buy a bunch of raw base collector's choice. That's a good way to get 100 cards for $7.
What registry started that I really enjoy? I don't know if you've gotten into it, and that is the Michael Jordan baseball set registry.
Oh, yeah. I got to draw a print. You know how you make rookie card guidelines and you're like, nope, these aren't rookie cards. I have to make my own guidelines or I will go broke. I got 7 kids. You got grandkids, for God's sakes. You told me the other day. So I got to be careful. Yeah, I drew the line. No baseball. No baseball. I can't do it. What's that?
Doesn't interest you?
It doesn't interest me as much. It's like Michael Jordan hierarchy cards, then from the 90s, and then Michael Jordan Wizards cards for me would be next. Then Michael Jordan base cards from the 90s would be next. Then I have just recently stepped into the Michael Jordan memorabilia card thing. I knew it was coming, and I finally gave into it and jumped in head first. And then after that would be the baseball stuff. Yeah. It's just not, international stuff and baseball stuff is kind of what for me. I just can't get in. It requires so much research, and it's just an area of the Michael Jordan hobby that I have not done any research in. I am wholly uneducated in that, and I'm never ashamed to tell people if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know it. That's one thing I learned.
There's nothing in that set registry that's extremely outrageous. I mean, it's not, but I tell you why I enjoy it, and that is because I was a dealer in 1994.
Okay.
And I live, like I said, I live in the
Chicago dealer or card?
A card show dealer.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
and it's just one of them things where living in the Chicagoland region, baseball being my favorite sport, and then he was playing for the Chicago White Sox allegedly. But all of that just kind of came together, and I just absolutely love the baseball stuff.
Yeah. Victor, we're getting off the Jordan tangent. I knew this would happen. If you just look back on it and somebody told you this story, if somebody just dropped you on earth and, you didn't know and we didn't live through it, and you told people the story of Michael Jordan, you would be like, that's not real. That's Disney. That is literally some made up thing to tell kids that dreams do come true. That's not real. No one could possibly have walked that path. It's just too surreal. The guy retired twice, wants to play baseball. Then there's conjecture about why was he forced to retire, this, that. He got cut from his high school team as a sophomore. Dude, there's so many Jordan stories out there that are just like, come on, man, that's not true. And not to mention all the trash talking stories that are out there. Those are obviously legendary as well. So you are a huge set registry guy. I'm jealous because my collection is split literally almost down the middle between PSA and BGS. Does that mean that you hyper focus on the PSA stuff? Would you say your whole collection's PSA driven, or you touch some BGS stuff, or no?
Yeah, I have about 700 cards, and they're all PSA cards. They're all in PSA slots.
All of them. Okay. Yeah. You ever look at buying BGS and then crossing, or buying, cracking, and resubbing? You ever mess with that at all, or just not? It's not worth it.
I started with PSA in like 2002.
Yeah.
And when I came back and decided to go back into the graded stuff, I'm PSA, always have been.
Yeah. What else? Tell us more about your collection. You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question about your best Michael Jordan card.
Oh man, my best one, huh? I got a lot of 10s in that basic set registry.
Yeah.
Thing. But I don't have nothing crazy. It's all hierarchy. Tier 4 is probably going to be my best Jordans. I probably have about 12 of your hierarchy 4, and I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Any Jordan tier 4 hierarchy stuff out there that you've got like targeted on your radar? You got a save search you're looking kind of intently for, or you just kind of wait and see until something catches your eye?
I kind of I like to my strategy is typically card shows and going and finding the Jordan cards. I feel like I get better deals at my local card shows in my
Yeah.
area when it comes to Jordans. There is quite a bit of, I shouldn't say quite a bit, but you always find Jordan stuff around here. Just
Oh,
being
sure.
in this region of the world. So
Sure.
I like going to card shows, and then whichever one fits what I'm looking for, whichever one catches my eye is what
Yeah.
I go for.
You mentioned Shaq. You got a nice Shaq PC, which brings a tear to my eye because I had a nice Shaq PC and I kind of basically put it on the altar and sacrificed it to go buy a bunch of Jordans. It was a horrible disservice to the great Shaquille O'Neal, who's got Louisiana roots. But I pushed all my chips back into Jordan, so it's not like I took it out of the hobby. Talk to me about your Shaq collection. Tell me about it. It's mostly a rookie Shaq collection. Tell me the best Shaq rookie card. Is it well, let's see. If you don't think the Beam Team counts as a rookie, then the Beam Team members only certainly doesn't count as a rookie, which leaves the Upper Deck 1 and 1A, or just one, right? And then the Topps Gold from 1992, right? That would be a rookie card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I forgetting what are our options for the best Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards out there?
It's hands down the Upper Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that better than the 92 Topps Gold?
I do. I love the Upper Deck rookie card. That's just such an iconic image.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the card.
I've got some great advice for you and for anybody else listening. Don't try to grade those.
Yeah,
they get brutalized.
Yeah,
they get crushed right now. So you could send in 100, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to get 110 back. Just a hunch. I think I sent in Victor. I bought a massive collection about a little over a year ago now, and drove up, got it from Connecticut. Flew up, drove it back to Baton Rouge. I think I submitted maybe 8 to 10 of those and just got murdered. It was horrible. It was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
So just
hard. I mean, it's
tough. It's
deep
tough.
Black. I mean,
everywhere. Four black corners and 8 black edges, front and back, everywhere. So good luck with that. Yeah, tough card for sure.
I did buy a nice Shaq insert lot from you. I think last year.
You did, and I don't remember what was in it, but I think Victor, it was right about the time that I was probably transitioning out of Shaq to push harder into the MJ stuff. That's cool. So yeah, so you think Upper Deck 1, maybe Topps Gold 2, or something else?
Yeah, Topps Gold 2.
Right, Topps Gold 2. Yeah. Those cards have been on a wild ride. Boy, did they go up in the pandemic. But that's the same could be said for everybody. So Jordan 1, Shaq 2. You do collect baseball. Is it safe to guess you're going to say some White Sox guys, maybe a Frank Thomas, or who do you collect in baseball? I know you're a player PC guy. Talk to us about your baseball collection.
It's really the post-war Hall of Fame rookie card set registry. So what they do is
awesome.
They made this registry where it is the rookie card of every Hall of Famer starting from 1948, I think.
Okay. Is that the post-war cutoff? Because I hear post-war, and I think like which war? I don't know if it's World War I or what.
For that registry, it starts
48.
48.
So that's Jackie.
To present day, yep. And it's like so this year when the new Hall of Famers got inducted, PSA will add those rookie cards to the set registry. So that one's like open-ended, and it's always being added onto, and
it's always growing.
That's the one I really focus on. And I probably have 50% or 60% of that set registry.
Yeah.
Built.
How much vintage stuff? You got a lot of vintage stuff? I mean, how much of the just past the post-war cutoff do you have?
I have some vintage, but mine is heavily in the 80s and 90s. That's like my primary wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And that's why I love that set registry so much, because so many Hall of Famers from the 80s and 90s are in it. And it's fun. It's the way to go for me.
Victor, I cannot tell you how often I can't control my brain, but how often I'm like, I grew up collecting in the 80s. I love the 80s. I knew everything about baseball in the 80s. I watched it. I played it. I played college baseball. I dreamed it. I played fantasy baseball before fantasy baseball was popular. I played baseball video games. Everything, my life revolved around baseball. Wiffle ball in the yard with the kids in the neighborhood. I collected the hell. Every dollar I made mowing yards in the 80s went straight to Fleer Tops or Donruss baseball, okay? And Ricky Henderson was my guy. I can't tell you how often some little birdie gets on my shoulder and says, Cajun, why don't you just start with like 1980 and go collect all of the guys that you wish you pulled out of the packs? Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, Roger Clemens, Boggs, Mattingly, Henderson, Ripken, Bonds, McGuire, Bo Jackson, all those guys. And somehow I've resisted it so far. I just thought, then I look on this shoulder and it's Michael Jordan staring at me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like, I got to make a choice. Just like Shaq got sacrificed, I got to sacrifice my love for old school 1980s baseball. Who were some of your favorite baseball cards growing up? Because we're almost the exact same age. So what were the cards you were looking for in the 80s? Were you looking for the same stuff that I was?
I was a big McGuire fan. Sammy Sosa fan. Barry Bonds. Yeah, all those guys.
What's Sammy Sosa's rookie? 90 Leaf?
90, yeah.
Yeah, Leaf. He had a Leaf. I guess he had everything. Leaf, Donruss, yeah. It's funny because, it was Topps, Fleer, Donruss, and then it wasn't. Like Upper Deck showed up, Score showed up, Leaf showed up, and that's kind of when all hell broke loose. And then it was the junk wax era, right? Everybody smelled the money, so then junk wax hit. And then right under our noses, we did not know that the 90s had these parallels and inserts, these jewels, these gems, these rare museum pieces that would be worth six figures one day. It's just crazy to think about.
And parallels, especially, they were really rejected when they first came out.
Sure, they were,
because a lot of collectors were set collectors, right? So they were really a nuisance because they didn't want to use the parallel to complete the set.
That's right.
They wanted the base card to complete the set. And so parallels were kind of like shunned for a long time.
Yeah, send them my way. I'll take them. I'll take all sorts, man. What else, Victor? What's the next card on your radar? Anything big? Anything you got planned? Any big card you got planned?
Well, with the whole push on 84 Star, I'm hoping that 86 Jordan is going to go towards a downward trajectory, and I think it will. And that's my next big one. I've always thought that card was overpriced, and then it's like, well, I want this one and I want the Jordan, and it's always, well, like the last time it was like, well, I'm gonna go get the Roberto Clemente rookie card instead of the Fleer Jordan, because I can get a Fleer Jordan anytime.
That's right.
So I haven't made it a priority, but I really need to get one.
Well, I've got terrible news for you. Despite popular demand from all the Star folks, the PSA 8 is up 20% over the last 6 months. The PSA 9 is up 7% over the last 6 months. The PSA,
I want an 8.
You want an 8? 8's up 20% over the last 6 months.
Collector grade.
There you go, 21.65. And again, it is, it undulates, right? It fluctuates because not all 8s are the same, just like not all anything are the same. The PSA 7s, I think even PSA 7s are doing well, up 4% over the last 6 months, which is relatively flat, but much to the chagrin of the Star folks with the pitchforks and the torches, the 86 Fleer is doing just fine. Even the high pop 7s, 8s, 9s are doing phenomenal. Just recently, some of the Star stuff is done what I expected it would do. So we'll see.
Interesting how that unfolds in the next few months.
It's going to be predictable and interesting. Yes, that is.
Bro, that is a card ladder on dark mode, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah. You don't know how to put it on dark mode?
No. What's dark mode?
It'll turn all black. It'll be like
what? Show me how to do it. What are you talking about? What is this voodoo you're talking about? What are you talking about?
Open up the menu.
Dashboard?
No, the menu down at the bottom.
Menu? Damn, I've never been to the bottom. This is like in the dungeon down here.
Left menu bar. There you go.
Industry?
Right below it, the very last one.
That?
Yeah. Click on that, and now we got to look for. Oh my goodness!
I'm an affiliate partner with Card Ladder. You're not supposed to be showing me how to use it. This is embarrassing.
Anyways, we figure out how to. You'll like it a lot better in dark mode.
I can't see anything on this screen anyway. Without my glasses on, I'm just trying to pretend. That's awesome, man. Victor, what else? Anything else you want to chat about before we leave? Again, I want to remind people. I want to remind people that they can get Victor's book on Amazon. Is that the best place to find it, Victor? And look, I just searched Victor because I wasn't sure the name of the book. I put Victor and rookie, and it went straight to it, nice. Which is awesome. That's what you want, right? As a bookseller, I'm assuming that's what you want. So what is it, $129? Is that about right? No, $17. Okay, $17. You should be, if you're watching this, you should be ashamed of yourself if you don't go buy this book for $17. Yeah, Victor's going to send me a signed copy. But that's only for me. So you guys are going to have to go buy it because he's trying to feed grandkids, for God's sake. I meant to ask you, one grandkid, how many grandkids?
I have five children. And
5 children.
I have, man, I got to count now because my kids are starting to pop kids out like crazy now. And I have 4 grandchildren. That's
a dream come true. Let me tell you. So I'm telling you, we got a lot in common, Victor. We got a lot in common. Sure. I have 7 kids, and I hope God blesses me the way he has you with a billion grandchildren. I am certainly building on to my house in the event that I will have to have 30 grandchildren running around one day. That's my wish. That's what I pray for. So hopefully I can follow in your footsteps. And when I'm 53, I will have caught you, or at least tried to, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's a plan. Victor, man, thank you for joining the channel. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm always here. I'm at your service. Anything I can do for you, if you need me on the channel, if you need me to help out in any way, put you in touch with anybody, I'd be happy to help. Guys, again, go follow Victor on YouTube, Instagram, and go buy that book. And the rest is history, man. If you want to learn about what the rookie card is and what it isn't, Victor is your man. Great content on the channel.
I appreciate it, Bryan. And it's an easy read. It's a fun read. I wrote it in a manner that is entertaining. It's not going to bore you. And I just give you straight facts, homie. I just get right into it.
That's a plan. That's a plan, Victor. Cool, brother. Thank you for joining. You guys who are watching, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.